Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy NeoXO coming back at y'all with another Black Clover video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Black Clover Chapter 343. This chapter was good. It was a fight between Asta and Ichika with some developments to a further plot happening at the end of the chapter. But getting into this fight between Ichika and Asta, it's basically called Black Clash. That's the name of this chapter. Now, getting right into it, Asta and Ichika get off to a hot start. Ichika uses her dark yojutsu and pulls Asta in. She pulls him in kind of similarly to some techniques that Captain Yami can do. Like, hers is called Black Star and Yami's is Black Moon, but they're kind of similar. They both have, if you ask me, characteristics of a black hole. So black holes can kind of absorb everything in. And that's kind of how she's using it right here. She tries to pull Asta in. And Asta's realizing that she's like, okay, so she's dragging me in. Meaning he's not trying to go forward to her at all. Asta's basically trying to stand his ground, but he can't at the moment until he comes up with a solution. Like, this fight is really back and forth, and I think it's good. Once this is animated, this is gonna be one of the best fights. I'm telling you. Now, Asta pretty much goes into Devil Union, and he says he's going to just pretty much sever any magic or Yorioku. And all of the magic in Yorioku that was affecting him seems to disappear. And then out of nowhere, Ichika just comes in very fast and hits Asta, or at least attempts to hit Asta. She actually gets her attack blocked. But the thing is, it was so powerful that it sends Asta flying across the battlefield. Yes, even though Asta blocked this kick, it still sends him flying across the battlefield. This is because this was not a magic attack. This was a straight physical strength attack. Just straight physicality. Sheer strength, if you want to put it that way. She goes ahead and she tries to slash him. No mercy. But Asta fights back, and he has a black slash of his own, just like Captain Yami. That Equinox type attack right there. You know, it would have been game over if that hit, but of course that didn't end up happening. Ichika dodges it, and in this fight, Ichika is seemingly very agile. She dodges a lot of attacks, and in a second, I'm gonna talk to you guys about one of the attacks that I was actually surprised that she dodges, because I was like, I thought Asta had her there, but he didn't. So Asta goes at Ichika, and he actually misses again. So it's like, Ichika is very agile, like I stated. She goes ahead, she's in the sky looking like a ninja. She looks like a ninja in the sky, like an assassin. Very, very reminiscent of her ancestors, if you ask me. She goes ahead and she tries to use Dark Yojutsu Black Star. Really, like I said, this reminds me of Captain Yami's Black Moon. But she goes on and states, my Dark Yojutsu works best with martial arts and sword fighting. Black Star uses its pull to create vulnerabilities in my opponent. Right now, though, I'm using it on myself. So basically, her using it on herself is creating a irregular trajectory. So meaning that she's not just coming in a clear path, right? She can pull, using her yojutsu, her body in different directions to make it kind of hard to really pinpoint where she's coming in at. And she tries to catch Asta using this technique right here. Now, Asta uses Demon Destroyer, and when he does that, her whole plan goes out of the way. And then they both come to the realization at the same time. In terms of sheer yojutsu and magic, our skills are equal. And they're like, the real contest is how well they can use Zetten. So seemingly we're about to get Asta using Zetten right here. And they're going in for each other right now. They're going in both straight for each other. And then it seems like Ichika comes on top. She dodges and hits Asta with her foot right in his forehead, smacking him back down into the earth. Now, right there, that's the one I was talking about where I was actually surprised. I thought in that moment they were gonna have like a great clash explosion or something, but Asta didn't land his attack. But Ichika kind of had the upper hand or upper foot in that scenario because she just kicked him back down into the ground. And then she insults him. She says, as if there was any way you could outmaneuver me in a Zetan exchange. And she says, someone who stands above others, who considers themselves equivalent to the Shogun. What was that you called him again? The Wizard King? You have no resolution or convictions, and you have no skill. How could someone like you become someone like that? So she basically disrespects him, and we know that she's wrong. Asta has a lot of resolution. Seeing literally in the next panel where he gets up, he's like, I can feel it in your ki, your anger at Captain Yami and me. But there's more than that that's hidden within your heart. And then she gets kind of upset. She's like, don't even talk to me because you don't know me and you are an ignorant fool. She going off, bro. Like, she's going off at Asta. And then they get right back into it after exchanging words, and they go at each other trying to defeat the other with Zetan. And that's when Ryu steps in and he stops it. You know, a man with no magic powers or anything just stops two powerful warriors, you know. So he got some skill. And, you know, he doesn't really take any damage. He does say they need to go heal up and stuff like that, but he's pretty much okay. Surprisingly, his arms aren't both cut off. He says that's enough for today, you know. Like, he basically doesn't want this to go any further because he thinks it's getting out of hand. And then basically Ichika goes ahead and she's going to do something irrational. She's going to cut open her stomach to prove that she's sorry. And he's like, nah, don't even do none of that. You're tripping. And Asta's not really looking too hot. So he's like, Asta, are you right, man? That's a lot of blood. But then right as they are, you know, kind of settling this, the Paladins arrive. And who else would Lucius send except for Sister Lily? So he sends Sister Lily. He sends Heat too. And this is gonna be something that is most likely explored within the next chapter, because this is where Yuki Tabata chose to end this chapter, with the Paladins arriving. I don't know whether or not they were after Asta or Ryu, but something tells me they weren't even after Asta, because Sister Lily was, you know, supposedly supposed to kill Asta whenever they had their little battle the first time. So it seems like they were after Ryu, but, you know, Asta's here as well, and they have arrived. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.